footage, as you can see there below me, we're ready to go. And we're very, very excited about it. We watched Union Berlin last week. They have actually got an opportunity to go up to 6th in the league with a win tonight. They're on 10 points. Werder Bremen could leapfrog them, though. They're on 8 points. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots to discuss about this, because as we go through both sides, you'll remember last week, Elias Ansa, 20-year-old striker for Union Berlin. Khedira, the brother of Sami Khedira, scoring the third goal. Kemline, 21, midfielder. Kerfeld, 21, Austrian centre-back. Some really good players, but it was Doki last week who scored a couple of goals from centre-back for Union Berlin and helped them on their way. Oliver Burke scored a hat-trick, Scottish player. He actually is starting number 7 for Union Berlin today. And I like number 39, Cohn. I think he's a new signing for Berlin, and he's done fantastically well. Dennis, I think his name is. Dennis the Menace down the right-hand side. I thought he was very, very good. And he's one to keep an eye out for. But also Werder Bremen. Big story for Werder Bremen tonight is that their goalkeeper is making his debut. Nagata is only 21 years of age, and he's in goal for Werder Bremen tonight. I don't know the circumstances of that, but he's in goal, 21. And Boniface is starting up front as well. And another player to keep an eye out is the number 31, who is Koulibaly, who is also 18, centre-back. So, again, it could well be an evening of interest for younger players that you might be looking at and going, are they going to be the next big thing? But love this on a Friday night. You're very, very welcome. I mean, a very good question from John Delaney, actually. He says, who is your favourite German side so far? I don't know. I don't know. I'd probably pose that question to you lot. I don't actually know. It's not the keeper's debut, but he is 21. Yeah, I know that. That's why I said it. But no, I don't really know. Just getting the live chat up for everybody who's watching on the watch along. Remember, we do 2 streams here. If you're in the UK and Ireland, you need to get over to the live match stream. And if you are outside of that, you can just watch it on a normal watch along. So we don't leave anybody behind here. You're all part of the conversation. I just need to get the other chat up and running so I can see both. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Auto cars. Who else gets that advert all the time? Sounds like Kermit the Frog. Right. Red Champion says, I need Mbengolo to cook for my kick-based team. Well, he is. Well, I nearly did shout him out, Mbengolo, for Werder Bremen, because he's come in from Juventus and he's only 21 as well. So there's a few players to keep an eye on. Just to take notes, just so you know, I was right. Nagata, let's look at Werder Bremen. Nagata, 21 in goal. Koulibaly, centre-back, number 31. 18, and Mbangalo, the number 7 for Werder Bremen, is 21. He's coming from Juventus. Obviously, Boniface up front is a good player on loan from Leverkusen. In the Union Berlin side, I want Union Berlin to win, but it'll be tough tonight. I think Union Berlin are one of the teams I really like. Elias Ansa, number 10, 20 years of age, striker. Oliver Burke, number 7, Scottish player. Kemline, number 6 in the midfield, 21, really good player last week. Kerfeld, 14 at the centre of the 3 centre-backs. Again, he's only 21. He's very, very good. And there's a few players in the Illich up front's decent, but I like Cohn, number 39 as well. I think he looked really good last week, had a brilliant cross on him. So there's a few players there. It's nice to watch Union Berlin 2 weeks in a row because I've really taken to them and I really do like them. So in answer to the question, who is your favourite team? We've got Dortmund next week. Yeah, we've got Dortmund next week. Apparently Union Berlin's English account have just followed That's Football. Send us a shirt. Dortmund did, and it's signed. So we can be won. We can be won. Yeah, they've got a good side, Union Berlin, and we've got Dortmund next week, our first live match of Dortmund. We've had Bayern Munich twice, we've had Frankfurt, we've had Leverkusen. We've had most teams now, but we haven't had Dortmund yet. Dortmund on Halloween next week away at Augsburg. Very, very excited about that. Can you show us the Dortmund shirt? I can. But it's it's really difficult to tell what the signings, what the signatures are. I mean, I'll hold it up for you there. There's one with P and a D there, but it's not P Diddy. But I mean, God knows, in this modern day, I've got absolutely no idea. I mean, I know it is definitely the Dortmund side, but I just say thank you and move on. Really, that's going to slide down now. You've made me mess up my magnets. Let's get a bit of that going on as well. Get the badge on. Get the badge in. There we go. Okay. If we're on the live stream, let's go over to the actual ground. Look at that. Perfect timing there. If you're in the UK and Ireland, you'll be able to see the players are walking out on the tunnel. We love this every week. Love this every week. It's great. Be cool to have all the Bundesliga shirts on the wall for Friday nights. We're going to give them away at the end of the season. Community is king, and we're going to give them away at the end of the season. So we've got a signed Bundesliga one. I'm sure we can sort out some signed shirts and everything like that. I'm sure we can. I'm very, very confident. Yeah, players walking out onto the pitch. If you are on the watch along, but you live in the UK and Ireland, click the link that's just go to the homepage and go to the one that says live match. That's how you watch it. So there we go. Let us know your score predictions. I'm just about to. I'm going to go with. It's tough. Werder Bremen are a good side. We watched them play against Bayern Munich a couple of weeks ago, and they got beat 4-0. They're a decent side, Werder Bremen, but they've had a bad start to the season. There's no doubt about that. So that they are in need of, a better run of games. Union Berlin, I mean, to be fair, they've won 2 of their last 5, but they've lost 2 in their last 5 as well. They're a bit of a mid-table team. They've got a great opportunity tonight, but I have a feeling that Werder Bremen might turn up tonight. It's a tough game for Union Berlin to go away to Bremen and get a result. But, let's see how it goes. Please do share the video, everybody. Let's see if we can get as many people as part of this as we can. We're building something really special for a fan content provider to be having official Bundesliga highlights. Is absolutely incredible. So make sure you're sharing and getting involved every Friday night. We are ready to go. Bremen with new manager this season. It's been a bit rocky, says WJ. You can't beat the German league atmosphere. It's amazing, says Fennec. Yes, thank you. I'm going to pop my headphones on in a minute so I can hear as well. But one thing you can guarantee, he got subbed last week, didn't he? I forgot about him. Union Berlin captain, Trimmel. I think he's about 38. He's number 28, but I think he's 38. Apparently he's into rock music and all sorts. They had to sub him off last week because he got a yellow card. But yeah, keep an eye out for him as well. Will there be a 10 a.m. show tomorrow? Yes, there will. There's an 8 o'clock show tonight. Very good, very, very, very well worth watching as well, because interesting talk about Bruno, which I'll get my chance to talk about tomorrow. Anyway, I've got my headphones on. Did you see the Europa League results yesterday? Yeah, Stuttgart lost to Fenerbahce, didn't they? Freiburg won 2-0. Obviously, Villa lost. Great result for Daichi against Porto. Really good result. Are you planning to buy Football Manager 26 as an old Brownie 67? I might take a look at it, yeah. There is just a moment's silence here. I didn't see who it was for. If anyone knows in the chat, let me know. But everybody there paying their tribute. I'm Union Berlin tonight. Yeah, I think you've got to start picking. You've got to start picking your teams at this point. And Union Berlin, for me, are a team I want to do well. Okay, we're ready to go here. The minute silent wasn't for Ange, Mr. X. But no, just quickly, just on Forest. I saw the lineup. I didn't see the game, but I mean, that's the team I would pick if I was in charge of Forest. I'd put Ndoye on one wing. I'd put Igor Jesus up front. I mean, it just, and play a back four. It's just logical. And I bet they'll start to get better results now. So there we go. Very quiet, but it will all kick off now, literally. I don't know what the ref's waiting for here. Just having a walk around, isn't he? Just get on with it, ref. There we go. So it's probably waiting for me. Probably waiting for me, to be fair. Start of the weekend, Bundesliga live, Werder Bremen on the attack. There's Mbangalo, the number 7. And he just kicks it out for a throw-in. Not the best start from one of our players to watch. As I say, if you're tuning in, we always like to give you our players to watch. And Mbangalo is certainly one of those. 21, came in from Juventus in the summer. Werder Bremen, number 7. Goalkeeper's only 21, Nagata. Hasn't played that many games for them. I don't know why he's in goal. I don't know whether they've had an injury or something like that. Koulibaly is the centre-back, number 39, I believe. He's only 18 years of age. And there's loads of players in the Union Berlin side. I'd keep an eye out for number 6. I really liked his performance last week, Chemline. And as you know, I do like Ilias Answer up front, who's 20. I think they're both, I think I'm right in saying they're both German. Get me live chat back. Good play by Answer there, but well defended. Werder Bremen have got a few more players of experience in their squad than Union Berlin, although here's number 28, who, as I say, is 38 and the captain. But Kerfeld at the back there, Austrian, 21. He plays in the centre. He's going to be a good player in the future. I don't know. I presume Rangnick picks him for Austria. But Union Berlin will have their work cut out here tonight. I'm just laughing at some of your comments. I'm ignoring them, though, because they're a little bit... early corner here for Union Berlin. And it was Duque last week who scored an number 5. He's literally heading up there. You'll see him strolling towards the edge of the box. Scored 2 goals last week. Look at that crowd behind the goal as well. Atmosphere. Love it. How do we get... I know I've said it before, but how do we get that atmosphere into the Premier League? Good cross into the box. Keeper came for it. Cohn with the shot. And I think that's going to be kept in by Bremen. And it will go for a throw-in. Ryan's going to watch United versus Brentford on his birthday. And he supports Hertha Berlin. There we go. What league are Hertha Berlin in? There's a quiz question for you. Must be in Bundesliga too. Must be. Need to get some flags and drums in the studio, Mark. Plantman Spaceman, thank you very much for becoming a member, by the way. I've just seen that flash up as well. Thank you. Appreciate that. Good start by Union Berlin, though. As I say, Werder Bremen changed their coach in the summer. That was a foul. Come on, ref. That looked like a foul. I mean, I do like the way the referees let the game flow. Be interesting to see if they can get Boniface going at Werder Bremen, because a player like that, You know, he is a good player. But that's gone out for a throw-in. Can you turn up the match volume a little bit? I can do, yeah. There we go. Yeah, Boniface is up front, Polly. Yeah, you can't see the game on the watch-along. That's why it's called a watch-along. We've only got rights in UK and Ireland, which is why it says live match on it. There's a free kick for Werder Bremen. Taken quickly. Lively, the number 7 for Werder Bremen, Mbengalu. It's amazing I have to explain this every week, but it's really, really simple. One of the streams says watch along, and that's if you live in the outside the UK and Ireland, because we can only show you the live footage on UK and Ireland. And the one that says live, if you're in the UK and Ireland, you can watch it. So the people who say that's stupid, this is UK and Ireland exclusive Bundesliga rights. We haven't got worldwide rights. So the choice we had was just do it live for UK and Ireland, or do a watch along as well and keep our community involved. So I will always be happy to explain it to you every week, but you know, if other people in the chat could let the newbies know, that would be great. You could just move to the UK on a Friday, get yourself a Airbnb. Free kick here for Werder Bremen. We've seen some bangers in the Bundesliga this season. It's within range in the first 5 minutes here. I like this. I like this when other people start talking about some of these players to keep an eye on. Loap says, Mbengalu is seriously good talent. I don't know why Juventus got rid of him so quickly. Yeah. Yeah. And this is the thing for Werder Bremen. They've got a lot of experience in their midfield. And if they can get Boniface and Mbengalu going, then that free kick's gone straight into the wall. They've got a good chance, but they'll be wanting to get the points here. I like the fact that Werder Bremen have a Beck's sponsorship, considering, you know, the green of Beck's works really well. Good play there by, don't know who it was actually, but intercepted. Kemline gets it into Ansa, into Kuhn, number 39. Very good last week. Very good last week. Leinen, number 14 for Werder Bremen it was. Tidy on the ball. Why did Leverkusen loan Boniface out if they rate him, says Matthew? I don't know the story behind that at all. Oh, shot there from Union Berlin. I think it was Illich. A little tester off his left foot. Long way out. Hit it well. Keeper seemed to have it covered. It's quite quiet. Illich was kept quite quiet last week against Mönchengladbach, but had his first call up for Serbia in the last international break, 25. So, you know, this is his season to shine. Sugawara is on the pitch. Yeah, he's the right back, isn't he, for Werder Bremen. Didn't have a very good game against Bayern, but they're on the attack here, Werder Bremen. Bad cross. Bex is from Bremen, says Din. Makes sense. Makes sense. What's Bruno's release clause, says Lord Kempo? Well, watch the United stand at 8 o'clock, but apparently he has a release clause, which I just find ridiculous. Give a guy a pay rise and then give him a release clause. Liam says there's so many promising talents in the Bundesliga. It's sort of their thing now, isn't it? Robin Hood said the Bundesliga make tickets affordable to real fans. So, of course, the atmosphere is going to be better as real fans care more and more. It's passionate. Do you think it's that simple? I mean, it's not a bad idea, but do you think that's what it is? Make the tickets affordable and you get, you know, more real fans. I suppose, corner to Bremen here. I suppose in some ways, in the UK, football is a very expensive pastime. Yeah, Dortmund next Friday. Muzza says the atmosphere isn't better in the Bundesliga. You're about to get absolute pelters, Muzza, because as much as I would love to say the Premier League is not only the best league in the world, it's got the best atmosphere, it definitely hasn't. The Bundesliga kicks its arse and has done for years. It's all right to admit that we're not the best at everything, mate. We're definitely not the best when it comes to atmosphere. Sam says that and 50+1. Werder Bremen with the cross headed away by Kemline. Someone's got to stay out on the wide. And that's another block from the cross. PY says the Frankfurt fans were amazing against Liverpool despite getting battered 5-1. Yeah, they kept going all the way, didn't they? Watch-alongs for the weekend, Mark, says Sam. So it's a weird one tomorrow because there's no half-12s. So I'm doing Brighton, Man United at Old Trafford at 5:30. And then I'm doing Brentford, Liverpool at 8 o'clock. And then it's the 2 o'clocks on Sunday. Good tackle there. Answer was moving away, but Boniface is going. Good feet by Boniface. Evening, Mark. Madri and Peshwari Naan on order. Beer in hand. Sorry, Madras and Peshwari Naan on order. Beer in hand. This is my new Friday night ritual. Well, you're very welcome, Nick P. It's my new Friday night ritual as well. And we're really enjoying it. Bayern have whipped these teams bad. They don't expect to win anything. This is, I don't think Union Berlin have played Bayern yet. I'm looking forward to Bayern playing PSG in a couple of weeks, and I'm looking forward to them playing Arsenal at the end of November. Here's Ollie Burke for Union Berlin. Gets the shot off and wins a corner. Scottish Burke. I'm not saying he's a Scottish Burke. I'm saying like he's Scottish and he's called Burke. So another corner to Union Berlin. Are you doing Everton against Tottenham? Nah. Tremel's going to take this. Watch out for number 5. Duque. And I think that was Illich who got the head on that over the bar. Good from set pieces, Union Berlin. I mean, he's going to do very well to score from there. He gets up really well, but he's got to be, what, 15 metres out? I mean, I don't care if you've got neck muscles like a giraffe. You're not going to get that in unless you're Ronaldo. Mr. Alsham says the German second division has better atmosphere than the Prem. I don't really know anything about the Bundesliga too. The Championship in England is incredible. I mean, I think it's, to me, the Championship is the best second-tier league in the world. It's the support, the intensity. You know, it's a brilliant, brilliant league. I don't really know about any others. Yeah. Union Berlin here, just starting to get a bit of momentum. It's a good game so far. That's a lovely cross. It's going to go over Illich, though, but it's going to come back to Cohn. He's waited too long, I think. No, he's waited too long there. And he's won another corner. Muzza says, Everton Spurs has got a draw written all over it. Yeah, well, there's going to be a few hangovers this weekend, isn't there? I'd fancy Everton to get something against Spurs because of Europa League. I think Villa might struggle against Man City. You know, I know Robbie's gone with the Villa win. I've gone with the draw, but I wish I'd gone with the Man City win. I think they'll win that quite comfortably. Another good cross in. Oh, well defended there because Kerfeld was coming in hard. But there's 3 players down here in the box. And it's a free kick to Werder Bremen. Duque going in. They're a real threat from corners, Union Berlin. Watch number 14. Yeah, it's good defending that. Yeah, good defending that. Dortmund next week, next Friday. First look at them. Boniface through the middle, but Kerfeld gets the tackle in. Very nearly in a one-on-one there, but I told you he's a good player. Veska says, well done for getting this mark. It's really good. Oh, I love it, mate. It's been really enjoyable so far. Boniface just wide, a long shot, but oh, it's gone. Surely it will come back. That's a bit disappointing. If you're watching the watch along, you're fine. But if you're not, it's just disappeared. Let's hope it comes back. That's the first time that's happened. Unreal timing. Didn't pay the bill. No, well, if it was internet, we wouldn't be actually live. So the watch along people are going to be laughing now, going, ha, 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 welcome to our world. But yeah, we'll get it back. Don't worry about that. Good shot by Boniface, but not sure what else is going on as well. I'm going to stay on this screen. It's probably better. Ski for Parada says, why don't you rate Haaland? I do rate Haaland. I think he's a fantastic striker. I just think Harry Kane is the best striker in the world at the moment, which I never thought I'd say. I think Harry Kane is, you know, a world-class striker, but I never thought I'd say Harry Kane's better than Haaland. But this season, I think he is, and I think he's got more strings to his bow. So, you know, Haaland's a machine. Just because I don't like the fact that he scores goals doesn't mean that I don't respect him. So yeah, I do rate him. Did Boniface smash the camera? Well, we'll let you know as soon as possible. I think we're talking to support here. So considering it's game week 9, and this is the first time it's happened, I'm just quite happy that it's not on me. It's also gone down on the Bundesliga channel as well. So I think it's around all streams at the moment. So we'll just have to wait for it to come back. Welcome to our world, says Dinny on the watch along. Well, I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Please do subscribe to the channel while you're waiting as well. I mean, I could pretend something's going on, but as I say, the lights haven't gone out. Apparently there's an issue with all the streams at the moment. Yeah, so here we are. Are you going to still go down the slide, Mark? Says Sam. I will do it at some point. Let's pretend Union scored a goal. I would love to. Love to. Sky did it, says Toon on Tour. Well, this is what I mean. It's game week 9. It's the first time the actual feed's gone down. So, but the backup. Well, I've got the sound. There we go. We're back. Sometimes you just got to be calm. Keep calm. Anyway, we haven't missed a goal. That's the main thing. Jack Cassidy's just gifted a membership as well. Thank you, Jack. The main thing is that we don't miss goals. I can't take any credit for sorting that out. I just basically sat and interacted with the chat. So apparently it went down on the Bundesliga feed, the BBC feed, and our feed. We're back. We're back. Here's Ollie Burke. Tremel. Back post. Oh, Kem line on the back post. I'd love him to score. It's got to be a corner. I mean, Union Berlin have had 4 corners already. First 20 minutes. Who do they think they are? I think they're Arsenal. I'm not on the 8 o'clock show on United Stand because I'm doing this, but Terry's on at 8 o'clock. There's a big news story about Bruno, and obviously I'll be back with you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We can hear the commentary now. Yeah, I forgot. That's the bloody shame, isn't it? I don't know. This is annoying because we haven't had the commentary before for a while, but it's sort of random. I'm going to turn it down a bit because we've had this problem so many times with the commentary. I might be able to get rid of it. No. What am I doing? Yeah, I think we're just going to have to put up with it now. I prefer to do the commentary because I think I'm better than them, but unfortunately the feed we're getting now is just that you probably can't hear anything now, which we don't want to happen. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to put up with it. A good shot by Sugawara. The trouble with the commentary is it makes me go a little bit lazy. Hi, Mark and fam. Mike K here. I don't know why YouTube decided to use my handle instead of my name, but love Bundesliga Bridge Fridays. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate you joining the members club as well. Din says Bayern will beat PSG. Controversial opinion. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a hot take. Bayern against PSG in 2 weeks' time is basically the game of the season so far. I'm a genius. Well, Greg, the producer, is a genius. There we go. I can't do much commentating because they were getting in my head. You can't hear anything. Oh, good. Sorry, we've got some technical issues here. We're just working through them. Right, you should be able to hear it now. Yeah, I'll turn it back up now. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's come back again. I'm not having this. I'm not doing it with the bloody commentary. I hate it with the commentary. I absolutely fucking hate it. I'm not doing it. So I've got a plan. I've got another plan here. Just leave it. I don't mind the commentary, says Phil Mitchell. I bloody hate the commentary. Gets on my bloody tip. I'll tell you what, I can solve it by just not listening to it. I'll just leave it. Game needs a goal, says Dr. Backy. This used to happen weeks ago. To spend loads of time just doing shit like this. Tell you what, I'm not listening to the fucking commentary. I hate the commentary. It pisses me off. Jack Cassidy gifted a membership. Tom Aspinall versus Cyril game prediction. Got no interest, Chris. Absolutely none. Good shot from distance there. Deep breath, Bridge, says Plant. Well, I think it's been quite an equal game. I can still hear the bloody commentary coming through my headphones. Get out. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We've got an injury here at the moment. How am I feeling today, bud? I was feeling absolutely brilliant. And then the stream went down and it comes back with commentary. And it just annoys me. I don't like listening to commentary. But I'm fine now because I can't hear it. It's just a shame I don't get the crowd noise, but you know, whatever. I'll do my thing and you can listen to what that. Some people don't mind the commentary, so that's great. I just find it distracting when I'm trying to think. The problem is, if I can hear somebody else talking, it messes with what I want to say. So I know the players, I'm fine. And I know some of you like it anyway, so that's fine. What do you think of Dyche ball at Forest, says Ski? I'm not interested. I'm watching a Bundesliga match, mate. I'm not talking about fucking Dyche ball. You know what? Actually, I will talk about it because there's an injured player. I think that he will. Well, Marianakis is a very volatile coach, and I think he will allow Dyche to take them to sort of like mid-table, but then he'll want more. Chris Cooper says, I'm going to watch Mönchengladbach again in December. Can't wait. They are my second team behind United. They were poor. They were poor last year. GT says, Burke's got a terrible Barnet. It's not a haircut I would go for, if I'm being honest. Do you think Dortmund will be second in the Bundesliga? They need to bounce back this weekend. I mean, look, losing You know what? When I watched that Bayern Munich Dortmund highlights that we had the other day, Dortmund sort of contributed to their own downfall, really. They only lost 2-1 as well. So they've got to bounce back. And obviously, we've got them next Friday night, but they've got a game this weekend, of course. They're playing at home to Cologne. I like Cologne as well, Almala. But 5:30 game tomorrow. Dortmund are always their own worst enemy, says Polly. I can remember that season a couple of years ago when they were at home and all they had, well, they lost at home and blew the title on the final day. Both teams cancelling each other out here. We do need a goal. You very rarely get 0-0s in a Bundesliga game. There's Doke. And good interception there. But yeah, they are definitely cancelling each other out here. I don't know much about Union Berlin, really. I mean, we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago. Berlin, I think, is the biggest populated city in Germany, but it doesn't really have a massive, I mean, obviously it's Hertha Berlin and Union Berlin, but they don't really have a massively successful football club. They were very good last week, Craig, but it's difficult, you know. I'm sure some of you do watch the highlights show we do each week, and the problem is people say, well, which team do you really like in the Bundesliga? And there's quite a few. You know, I really like Stuttgart. I like St. Pauli. I like Union Berlin. I like Cologne. And that's before you start touching the big teams like Leverkusen, Dortmund, Frankfurt, Leipzig, Bayern. And there's one or two teams I haven't even seen yet. Hamburg, I want them to stay up. So there's a lot of teams to like, but the problem is it's very hard to build consistency because it's a very competitive league beyond Bayern Munich. A lot, you know, it's a bit like taking Man City out of the league when they were dominant. Like, there's a lot of teams that beat each other, and that's why it'll be a tough game for Union Berlin tonight. James Hunt, do you think the Bundesliga is catching up to Premier League in terms of quality? Well, I think there's a big quality gap between Bayern Munich and the rest of the Bundesliga. And I think Bayern Munich, as we saw against Chelsea and we'll see against Arsenal next month, they can give anybody a game. But beyond Bayern Munich, Dortmund can. But as we saw on Wednesday night, Frankfurt at home to Liverpool, they scored a brilliant goal. It was a brilliant goal. But they were just a little bit naive to the corner, weren't they? What do you think about the Bayern Arsenal game soon? Says Bud. Look, it's at Arsenal. I think Arsenal will probably win that. But what I'm saying is, I think Bayern Munich will give them a game. But if that was Bayern Munich against Arsenal in a Champions League semi-final, you'd expect Arsenal to win the home game, and you'd think Bayern will win the next game. So I think Arsenal will win because Arsenal are a very good side. But you know, it's also, it'll be a good test. As I said, Bayern PSG will be a cracker in a couple of weeks. Can't wait for that, to be honest with you. Hoffenheim, yeah. Hoffenheim are a likeable side as well. But Werder Bremen need to win this. It's a good cross. Duque clears it away, though. Koulibaly. I like it when Ansah and Koulibaly go up against each other. 18 against 20. Players for the future. They need to get that ball into Boniface. I think he's a really good player. Oh, that was off the ball, but I don't think we're going to see anything for that. Sorry, everybody, I've just lost my live chat. Let me go to the other one. My favourite team in the Bundesliga is Frankfurt, says Emil. There's another player down injured at the moment. St. Pally have got the best, greatest kit ever, says, well, Crew. I'll call you Crew. Might have a Liverpool fan in the chat. Iggy says, oh, look, they stopped the game after a head injury. What is the ref doing? Funny how Liverpool entered the sentence there. Big says, I'm pretty sure that Bayern are the best team in the world at the moment. Well, this is why PSG are the best team in the world at the moment. I thought their performance against Barcelona a couple of weeks ago was brilliant. But this is why Bayern against PSG is going to be such a good game. And look at PSG, what they did to Leverkusen the other night as well, 10 against 10. So I think it's going to be a really good game. Catrion says, could you please cover Hearts versus Celtic? I can't, but it'll be an interesting game. Nearly at half time here. I'm very surprised that we've got 0-0 going on. Good play here. Oh, it's got lost. They had options there, Union Berlin, but it's Werder Bremen who are going to come away with it. And if it can get it wide to Boniface and Bengalu, he does. And here is Boniface down the left-hand side. Great tackle by Duque. He's a good defender, he is. He's a good defender, that number 5 for Union Berlin. 2 goals last week as well. They are good defensively, Union Berlin. Keeper nearly making a mess of that. Goes for a throw-in. Yeah, Hearts are top of the Scottish League at the moment. Long may that continue. Oh, there'll definitely be a goal, Eric. I agree. If money was no object, which one player would you take from the Bundesliga to United? Well, everyone can play that, Kazers. So get in the chat. Money's no object. You can take one player from the Bundesliga for your team. Tell us the player and tell us your team. Mine would be Michael Elise, Manchester United. I think he's the best player in the league. If I was being pragmatic, we need a midfielder, then who do you think is the best midfielder in the Bundesliga? Probably is still Kimmich, isn't it? Nagata there just sweeping up. He looks a little bit like that goalkeeper that played in goal for me in the Sidemen charity game. He's got the same hair. Not Cal the Dragon. XQC, that was it, yeah. But I think Elise is the best player in the league. I mean that's incredible when you've got Harry Kane in the league, but who's going to score first, says Kevin. It's a very equal game. I'd probably just go with the home side. AW says, what about the midfielder from St. Pauli? Fujita. I don't know how well he's doing at the moment. I've not seen. I mean, St. Pauli seem to be dropping down the table a little bit at the moment. So when's Musiala back? I think he'll be back around February. What do you have for tea, Mark? Oh, had an absolutely brilliant pie. I just went down to Sainsbury's and they had this, like, I don't know, elite taste the difference range. And they had this pie, and it was a bit cold outside. It was autumnal. The leaves were coming off the trees, and I thought, you know what, this venison, beef, and bacon pie in a lovely gravy just looks great. So I got that and a bag of vegetables. Away we go. I saw it on the aisle and I went, here we go, Fabrizio Romano. Get in my basket. Deal done. 24-hour contract. Nice ball down the wide. That's going to... No, it's going to go out. It's not going to get there. Goal kick. Babby says, if you were allowed to take one Arsenal player, who would you take? But there's a catch. You can only spend 10 to 80 million pounds for them. That's a bit technical. It's a bit of a technical catch, that. Because you're not going to get any of their good players. Answer. He gets away. Ilias Answer. He'll shoot. Oh, he probably could have slipped it in there. There was a runner. I don't know whether it was Khedira. It was Khedira. He could have slipped Khedira in, and he maybe should have done, but wide. I thought the keeper made a save, but Answer's only going to do one thing from there, and that's shoot. It's a pink boots. Good play by Answer again. Referee has still got it. Answer, got to go wide, got to wide, got to wide, got to go wide quicker than that. Union Berlin starting to come into it a little bit here. Tremel goes to put the cross in. Not a very good one. Not a very good one. Jake Williams makes a good point. There's a lot of good teams in the Bundesliga to watch, but what team in the Premier League has been your favourite? Well, I wouldn't say favourite in the Premier League because Man United are my favourite team in the Premier League, but what team in the Premier League has impressed me the most? Probably Bournemouth and Palace. Wyndham says, fair play to the Bundesliga for putting games on YouTube, the Premier League Mafia never would. Yeah, remember, this is just the Friday night game. We're not getting like, you know, if you want to watch other games, then there are other places to do it. Bundesliga are Werder Bremen on the attack. Good block again. Both defenses doing very well at the moment. Palace transition is beautiful, says Super. Mbengalu. Wow, centre-back tried a shot there, and it was... that's why you're a centre-back. Leeds are 2-0 up against West Ham. All I'll say is, Robbie, what did he say? I'm sure he said West Ham. I need to keep my notes closer. Now I've got it here. I'm 3 points behind. Yeah. You know, he's gone with a draw. Well, still a chance. No, bloody Robbie. West Ham will get 2 bloody last-minute goals. The match is on the live stream if you're in UK and Ireland. Lovely play by Tremmel. And he wins a corner. Well done. Who do you think's got the better starting 11, Bayern or PSG, says Sam? Well, let's see what happens with this corner. Look, I love the Premier League. I don't think it's been the best quality football yet, though. I don't think that a lot of the big teams haven't got going yet. I mean, look at the criticism Arsenal are getting. Look at the bad performances Liverpool have had. I don't think Man City are really, you know, they're still a team in transition. Spurs are inconsistent. Newcastle have been inconsistent. Chelsea at times have been, you know, just wide. Duque again. Such a threat from corners. It was just wide. We're about to hit half time here. Thank you very much, Harpreet. Apparently, Walter Maeder used to play for Werder Bremen, according to legend. Killer. I'm very surprised this game is scoreless. Very rare in the Bundesliga. It is half time, but I think, you know what I think it is. I think it's. I think it just comes down to the fact that both defenses have done very, very well, and in fairness, Union Berlin's 3 centre backs are very good, and Werder Bremen have played very well at the back as well. So it's been a tight game, certainly. Remember, next week we've got well, we're here every Friday night, but we've got Dortmund next week for the first time. So the question was, who has the better 11, Bayern Munich or PSG? I still think PSG are the best team in the world. I mean, you don't lose that right just because somebody else has come along, and they are still fantastic, PSG, and they comfortably won the Champions League last year, and they are the team to beat, which is why I'm really looking forward to the game in the next Champions League round. I think it's a week on Tuesday, isn't it? It'll be a really interesting game, that one, because PSG play well. PSG don't play any different home or away, so I think it will be a really intriguing game. Yeah, certainly. Half time anyway. Right, let me have a look at your comments. Get your questions in. Do you think that Man United fan gets his hair cut in the next 3 games? Oh, I hope so, mate. I mean, I don't really care about the guy getting his hair cut. It'd be nice for him, but it's more United winning, isn't it? Really, that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm looking for. Certainly. But we should be beating Brighton tomorrow. Do you think Harry Kane will leave the Bundesliga? Says James Hunt. Well, it's one of those, isn't it? I mean, they are looking good in the Champions League. And I mean, it depends really just how much he cares about winning the, most goals in the Premier League. That's what it will come down to, because I just think at Bayern Munich, he will be the starting striker for the next 2 or 3 years. They will play in the Champions League every year, and he might win a Champions League. If he comes back to the Premier League, where's he going to go? Man United, Tottenham, City don't need him. Arsenal, I don't think would get him anyway. Chelsea might try for him, to be fair. Maybe you'd fancy that. Liverpool wouldn't go for him. So, I don't know. He could go to Newcastle as well. Yeah, he could go to Newcastle. But they have got Voltemeda. They could do a swap deal for Voltemeda. Kane for Voltemeda. That might work. But I don't know whether Harry Kane would want to go to Newcastle either. So, yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? Do you think, done that one as well, Kane would never play for Chelsea or Arsenal? Well, I don't know. What's my genuine prediction for Bayern PSG game? I think I'm just going to go back to the normal screen here. I think, am I right in saying that it's at home for Bayern? So I think Bayern will beat PSG. I think it'll be close, but yeah, I think they'll beat them. Oh, it's home for PSG. Are Arsenal at home? Let me get. I'll tell you what. The easiest thing for me to do here is just to whack in Bayern's fixtures. So they have PSG away on the 4th of November, and then they have Arsenal away on the 26th of November. So, yeah, I mean, that's going to be 2 real tests for Bayern Munich. I'd say I think they might lose both those games, which is mad because I think they're a very good team, but I think they might lose both those games because it's a tough place to go to, isn't it? Arsenal and Paris. I mean, they are probably the 3 best teams in the world at the moment. Arsenal and Bayern and PSG. So, yeah. Let me just come back here for a little bit. That'll do. Do you see Bremen scoring? Well, I think we'll get a goal in this game. Yeah, I think we'll get a goal in this game, but it's hard to say which way it will go. I mean, I'd like Union Berlin to win. That would be my preference because I like them. But I think if Werder Bremen can get Boniface firing over the next few game weeks, then they'll probably be all right. And Mbengalu looks very good, the number 7. But Union Berlin, you've got to be very careful from set pieces. What about Barcelona? I mean, I think Barcelona have some fantastic players. Yamal, Rafinha, Pedri. I think they're brilliant players, and you're a fool to write off Real Madrid and Barcelona in any conversation about best team in the world or who's going to win the Champions League. But I think they're, at the moment, I think PSG and Bayern are better. And as we saw, PSG went to Spain and beat them comfortably. So, yeah, I think Barcelona are a good side, but I wouldn't say they're on the same level. I think Arsenal would beat Barcelona at the moment. As I said, I think the three best teams in the world at the moment are Arsenal, Bayern and PSG, and they're all going to play each other. Well, not all going to play each other, but Bayern are going to play two of them next month, and I'm looking very, very much looking forward to that. Do you think next season's FA Cup winner deserves to get a 26-27 Champions League spot? No, I don't. No, I don't. I think the winner of the Europa League getting into the Champions League is fair enough, because that, I think that's fair, regardless of whether it's Spurs or Sevilla or Manchester United or whoever. I think that's fair. Good to know your opinion about Champions League winner. As a Chelsea fan, I see as in the semis, says Mad. Yeah, I think Chelsea are a funny side. Obviously did well to win the Club World Cup, and they are doing reasonably well at the moment, considering they're missing Cole Palmer. And they have a massive, massive squad. And I think Esteban looks really interesting. But, I mean, that's the great thing about a cup competition, is things can change around very, very quickly, can't they? And it's not quite like, Chelsea aren't going to win the league. I think we all know that. But maybe in the Champions League with the right draw, it could go in their favour, I suppose. Do you reckon Leeds, Sunderland or Burnley will survive in the Premier League? I think it's looking good for one or two of them to survive. When you look at Wolves, if Wolves don't beat Burnley this weekend, I think Wolves are heading straight down. I know they had a bad start last season, but as for West Ham, they're not doing very good either. So look, if Leeds and Sunderland and Burnley can keep picking up points at home, they've got a great chance of staying up. I think the big problem with the last two seasons is the newly promoted sides just couldn't get points. And that was their big problem. That was their big downfall, definitely. Do you feel bad for Simmons? What's going on with Xavi Simons? I mean, I haven't watched a lot of Spurs this season. I've seen a couple of games at the start. I haven't really watched them for a while. But what's actually going on with him at the moment? Is he underperforming? He's a good player, but maybe it wasn't the right move at the right time. I reckon we consider Sesko a flop. Oh, God. I can't be dealing with it. I need to take these off for a minute as well. I'm just showing you these goals while we're waiting around as well. May as well. It's Wolves going all defensive at the end that messes it, says Churl. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your comment. Who are your favourite three sides in the Bundesliga then after game week 9? I'm going to say, I think from the top teams, I still do like Frankfurt, but there is a naivety there at the back. Haven't watched Dortmund yet. Looking forward to watching them next week. I do quite like Leipzig, but that's massively unpopular, isn't it, in Germany? Because they're seen as commercial and anti-50+1. In the mid teams, I like Stuttgart, and in the lower teams, probably Cologne or Union Berlin. Really, I think they're my sort of 4, 5 that I like. Yeah. St. Pauli, says Jamie. Go Birds Scotland, says Dortmund, St. Pauli and Werder. You think Nuno can turn it around for West Ham, says Evan? West Ham. It's difficult job. There's the weekend fixtures. Dortmund at home to Cologne. Leverkusen Freiburg will be a good game. Bayern will beat Mönchengladbach easy. Leipzig against Augsburg could be tough. But look at Bayern at the moment. 5 points clear at the top. Leipzig are doing well. Considering they finished 7th and didn't get European football. They are doing very well. I hope Hamburg stay up and Cologne. Yeah. There's your stats at half-time. Werder Bremen have had 60% possession to 40, 10 shots to 8. Both had 2 shots on target. Yeah, more direct Union Berlin, aren't they? But Werder Bremen, and that's what they've got Boniface for. We never really understood why Stuttgart. Sorry, not Stuttgart. Why Leverkusen got rid of Boniface? I presume that was Ten Hag's decision as well. Bayern Munich are basically the Coventry City of the Bundesliga, scoring loads of goals. Leverkusen and Frankfurt are bottom 3 defence in the Champions League, says FR33. Look, Frankfurt are a really exciting side going forward, but defensively they've got massive problems. And I think Koch, from what I've seen of him, just doesn't look quick enough. They loaned Boniface out because of his injuries to his knee, I think, says Lowe. Hello says, real ones know that Gladbach is Bayern's kryptonite. Sorry, I've lost my live chat again there. Let me get it back. I tell you what, though, beating Porto was a very, very good result for them. Players coming back out on the pitch. We're ready for the second half. Do I think Mainoo will get in the England squad? Says Eddie. No. I think it's going to be very difficult when people like Adam Wharton aren't getting in the England squad and he's playing brilliantly every week. It's really difficult to see. It's really difficult to envisage him getting there as well. Right, we're ready to go for the second half here. Ollie Burke. Seem to have got rid of the bloody commentary again now. Mad. Hopefully it will stay out this time. Right, let's see if we can get a goal here. West Ham have just got one back. Oh, it's going to be that's going to be a draw, isn't it? I tell you, Robbie says it's going to be just if Rob, you should just watch Premier League predictions on a Friday morning and just go with whatever Robbie says. He always gets it. iChem TV says, I thought he shows the game too. Yeah, you're on the watch along, mate. If you can't watch it on the live stream, then you can't watch the game. Got to be in the UK and Ireland. We do need a goal here. We do need a goal here. Favorite pot noodle? I don't eat them. Seb eats them. Happy birthday to Harpreet, who's 19 today. Yeah, it's like any game of football. 0-0 at half time. Everybody's like trying to get the goal, but also that's a lovely cross. Tremel. Oh. Well, it wasn't Tremel who had the shot. It was Tremel, the defender, for Union Berlin, who just miscontrolled it, and it drops to the number 6 for Werder Bremen, Stage, and he fluffs his lines. Yeah, missed it. He bloody missed it. What can I tell you about Stage? So he's 28 and he's a centre midfielder. And that's all you need to know. And I think he'd say that himself. Go on, late into... good. He did well there. It's hard to say who's going to get the first goal here because it's such an equal game. And Bengalo gets it wide to Boniface. No, he doesn't. Tremel's there. I'm good, Jake. Hope you're doing well as well. Hey, brother. That was on. That must have been on in this crowd. Robert Ogden says, fluffing it. Put it mildly. I did a bit of FC26 earlier. Finally found some settings that makes it harder. And I still did all right. Come on. Bit of a breakaway here. Good defending by Werder Bremen. West Ham goal was ruled out for offside, by the way. Sit down, Robbie. He's in Egypt. What games am I looking forward to this weekend? Well, I love the Friday night. It's just so chill. And I might dress up next week. I think I'm going to get a Halloween outfit next week for the Dortmund game because it is Halloween night. I think I'll get some sweets as well. We should all do it. I know we won't all be able to see each other, but get some Halloween snacks and sweets. And oh God, I'm not joking, right? I'm sure every supermarket does it, but I'll show you them next week. In Sainsbury's, they've got these Halloween sweets, and they're like little licorice flavor. They're not licorice; they're like licorice, but they're sweet. Oh, they're amazing. I don't eat sweets anymore. I ate too many when I was a kid, but Seb wanted a packet, and I had a couple, and I was like, oh my God, they are amazing. They are amazing. Remember like bobbing apples as well? You know, at school, you'd put a load of apples in a bowl of water. I hated that. You could wear an Amrim costume. Fairs. Fulkrug at West Ham. I mean, Fulkrug was at Dortmund, wasn't he? Very, very good. I'm not dressing up as a nurse, Polly. That's not got anything to do with Halloween. I'm dressing up next week. I used to have a Dracula outfit, and I don't know where it is. Thanks everyone who's tuning in anyway. Please do share the video. And thanks everyone on the watch along. We won't leave you behind. Yeah, my next 2 watch alongs on That's Football: Brentford, Liverpool at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and Arsenal Palace on Sunday at 2 o'clock. Although I will be keeping an eye on Villa Man City as well. I was thinking about doing Chelsea tomorrow, but it's right before Man United, and there's no way I'm streaming from like 2:30 until 10 o'clock at night. So I think Brentford-Liverpool might be an interesting game. I'm not doing Tottenham-Everton, no. Can't remember. Look, me not doing Tottenham-Everton's a great thing. I remember it being a 5:30 game years ago, and I said, I'm not doing that. It will be a rubbish draw. And I think it ended up like there was like 6 goals, I think. Good cross. I feel like Werder Bremen are getting closer. Union Berlin are definitely sort of settled in for the counter. Mark Goldbridge fan 12, I'm putting you in a timeout because you just keep asking the same question. So you can take 10 minutes out, mate. If it doesn't get answered, it's not getting answered, is it? Max says, what age did you write your will? I don't know. It's a very morbid question. Let's watch the football. Yeah, Werder Bremen are probing. That's not a bad cross. Keeper will get hold of it, though. I think Chelsea will make light work of Sunderland anyway. I was not impressed with Sunderland at United, but they have had some very impressive results. What's your thoughts on Mbengalu so far? I mean, he's only 21 years old. I mean, I don't know a lot about him. As somebody said, I mean, he was one of our players to watch ahead of the game. If you want to know our players to watch tonight, by the way, Mbengalu, number 7, left winger for Werder Bremen. Koulibaly, number 39, centre back, 18 years of age for Werder Bremen, and Nagata in goal, 21. For Union Berlin, Ilyas Ansa up front. I think he's the number 10. Kemline, number 6, 21, and I think it's Herfeld, isn't it? Who's just made the tackle there, Austrian, 21-year-old as well. There's just a lot of misplaced passes from Union tonight. That's a good ball. Tremel's played well. Here's Ansa. He's got to slip that into Burke. Wants the cut back. He's cut it back, but he's not cut it back well enough. Here's Tremel. Little dinky cross. Keeper gets hold of that. Just needs a moment of magic, says random guy. Did not you sign deal to broadcast the match? Bremen looking quicker to the ball this half, says Stevie. I sometimes don't realise like that. It's weird because we do so many watch-alongs. On the UK and Ireland stream, the live match, I forget I'm in the box in the top corner and you're watching the same game as me. It's sometimes a bit of it's amazing that we have it, and I sometimes forget that we have it. So, crowd doesn't seem as loud as we've seen. I don't know about that. I mean, we have got some people watching who are real, German hardcore fans. Is Bremen? I mean, from what I've seen of Cologne, that Frankfurt as well, but I don't know. I mean, to be fair, they are still loud. Who've I got, Mark? Says it's Corey. I would like to see I'd like to see Union Berlin win, but to be fair, it's Werder Bremen pushing the most here. Union are very much playing counter-attacking. Here's Ollie Burke. Good play. That's got to be a foul by Boniface. No, he says play on. See, this is the good thing about the refs here. If that's bloody a Premier League referee, he's stopping the play for a minute for that. Let it go. Let it go. Wizards got a bet for Leeds, AC Milan, Chelsea, Newcastle, Coventry, Liverpool, and Bayern. Well, Bayern, I think, will win. Liverpool, I think, will win. Coventry, I think, will win. Newcastle, I think, will win. Chelsea, I think, will win. Leeds are winning. I don't know who AC Milan are playing. There's someone in the watch along one asking, aren't we supposed to see the game? If someone in the watch along could explain it to them, that would be great. I'm stunned by how they can't figure it out, but you know, a good chance for Werder Bremen to whip a cross in here. Little flick and cleared again. But another bad pass by Union. The pass completion rate must be really low. One pass, that'll do, yeah. Come on, move it quicker, move it quicker. Lovely play. This is good. This is good. That was the wrong pass. That was the wrong pass. Dresden's my team, currently in Bundesliga 2, says Alan. Here we go. Ilias Answer into Ollie Burke. His bad touch, first touch. It's going to go beyond to Colin. Nick says, very true. The ref seems so much better in Germany when compared to the crap we have in the Premier League. It's always really difficult because I watched the Bundesliga game on a Friday. I don't know about you. Watch it on a Friday. And then you watch the Premier League on a Saturday and a Sunday, and you instantly just notice how the game flows a lot better. And that's a directive. It's not about the individual referees. That's a directive. There is a directive to let the game flow. And that's why they get more goals. The ball will be in play a lot more. Players don't dive as much because they know you're not going to get a free kick every time. Some substitutions here. Oh, Chemline's coming off. Chemline's coming off. And I think, I don't know who he's took off there. I think he's took Colin off as well. Schaefer is on. And yeah, Colin didn't have a really good game today, to be honest. Schaefer and Rotte on. I don't know if I can tell you anything about them. Schaefer is a 26-year-old midfielder from Hungary, and he likes Monopoly and Erasure. I've made that last bit up. Good free kick position here for Werder Bremen. Tom Rotte, don't know much about him. He's come on, presumably, He's only 20 years old. He's only 20 years old, and he is a left back. So he'll be playing down the left-hand side. He's playing plenty of German youth football. And he has made 32 appearances for Union Berlin, scoring 4 goals. But this is a chance for Boniface from a free kick. Good position, straight into the wall. And again. I think, it's pronounced Roth, like Tim Roth. I feel like Werder Bremen are getting closer and closer. But here's Illich on the break. Ooh, good tackle. Geldman says Roth is an incredible left back, dominated the second division a few years back. We'll keep an eye out for him. Feels like we're getting close to a goal, Connor. I've played the game. Just saw someone called Graham Souness in the chat. I've played the game. See me ball wearing a Dortmund hat. Dortmund next week. I'm excited about that. First look at Dortmund on a Halloween. Are you going to try the new Football Manager? I'm tempted to do Football Manager and do a Bundesliga team. Because I don't like playing Football Manager as a Premier League team. I'd always start in the lower division. So I thought, you know what? I've broken records. I mean, last time I did a Football Manager save, you can check it out. I think it's on this channel. I did Solihull Moors. I broke the points and goal score record. I actually got a phone call from the creators of Football Manager, and they said, have you got a cheat code? I said, no, it's just Goldbridge ball. So, but I got them promoted, and then I never did season 2. So I think I might do a Bundesliga. Who would I do? I mean, look, Leverkusen won the Bundesliga a couple of years ago, so it can be done. I don't know. I think I'd be tempted by Frankfurt, or maybe go for someone like Stuttgart, or go for a real challenge like Union Berlin. But here is Roth. Can he make a difference? I don't think that was a foul, ref. Let it go. Let it go. You could do Schalke. 10-minute channel says, sure you did, Mark. Mate, it's on there. It's there. You can bloody watch it. I didn't do it in my sleep. I streamed it. Oh, the lid's on. Still warm. Can't beat these. I mean, mine's Yeti, but they're brilliant. Game changer. Virgin Mary says, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much. I hate those type of fouls as well. They're not fouls, are they, Theo? When the defender just stands there. Oh, here we go. Cut it back to answer. Oh, God, why can't you cut it back, Ollie Burke? I'll tell you what, if Union Berlin could cut it back, we might have had a couple of chances here. I blame the haircut. You could go to Schalke for a good storyline, says hello. Yeah. Tremels on the free kick. Oh, Played away. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. Was that Illich? No, it wasn't. We can't have a 0-0. We can't have a 0-0 on when we've got live matches. Who haven't we done on the Bundesliga? I know we've not done Dortmund because we're doing them next week, and I'm very excited. But I don't think we've Bayern, yes. Leipzig, yes. Stuttgart, yes. Dortmund, no. Leverkusen, yes. Cologne, yes. Union Berlin, obviously, yes. Frankfurt, yes. Hold on, they're on the attack here. Roth, cross is good. Another corner for Union Berlin. Eintracht Frankfurt, yes. Hoffenheim, yes. Freiburg, no. Werder Bremen, yes. Hamburg, yes. Augsburg, no. St. Pauli, yes. Wolfsburg, I'm not so sure. Mainz, Heidenheim, Mönchengladbach. I think no. Maybe one of them we have done then. Maybe we did do Freiburg. There's only one way to find out. Hamburg, St. Pauli was our second game. Bayern against Leipzig was our first game. September, Bayer Leverkusen, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, St. Pauli, Bayern Munich, Werder Bremen. Hoffenheim, Cologne, Union Berlin, Mönchengladbach. Yeah, we haven't done Freiburg. We haven't done Heidenheim. We haven't done Augsburg and Dortmund and Mainz. So there's 5. There's 5. What's your opinion on Birmingham and Wrexham? Says It's Scory. Charlton are doing better than both of you, which is incredible. Well done to Charlton. I think Birmingham, I had them for the playoffs, but that was probably a little bit disrespectful of just how competitive the Champions League is. It's very, very competitive. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Don't forget, every Friday night you can watch Bundesliga action here with us on That's Football. Ollie Burke again, starting to get a bit of joy. And it's a yellow card as he's fouled again, this time by Gruhl. What are you watching on TV at the moment? I'm not going to tell you because you'll ruin it. I watched the film last week with Matthew McConaughey in about a fire and a bus. Fell asleep. I'm watching the Scorsese documentary at the moment. That's very good. Let's see what happens with this free kick. Tremel's on it. It's been very impressive, Tremel. You can see why he's still playing. 38, captain, up and down that right-hand side. Incredible fitness. I'm having what he's having for breakfast. Straight in the crap. The cross was crap. I ruined that. Love the show, says London 26. TS3 says, you promised us goals. I want a refund. Yeah, I can't refund something when you're watching it for free, mate. But yeah, this is strange. Like, the Bundesliga is known for goals. But this has been, I suppose if it does finish 0-0, at least I know you'll be back next week because it's Dortmund. That's the perfect game if this is 0-0 to have next week. I can't wait to watch Dortmund. Like, they are. There's just something about Dortmund, isn't there? That's very exciting. So hello to all the United Stand viewers who've come over as well, whether you're on the watch along or on the live stream. Thank you very much for coming over. I will be watching Terry's shows later, and I'll be having my say on the Bruno stuff tomorrow morning. It's not, unfortunately, the game that we've got next week is not actually at the Yellow Wall. They're playing Augsburg next week. So don't know much about them, but they're actually at Augsburg. Goal! What a goal! We're right behind that. It's Gruhl who does it. And I tell you what, we do get good goals in the Bundesliga, and that is a cracking goal. Right behind the cameras, that one. And what a way to break the deadlock. I felt that Werder Bremen were getting closer, and that is a class finish as London. It really was. The crowd are going mad now. Lovely curl on his left foot. Show us the replay. Oh, he could be offside. There could be an offside in the build-up. That would be an absolute tragedy. Oh, that's going to be a tragedy. He looks offside. I really hope he's on, because that goal was brilliant. That's a cracking goal. That's a goal of the week contender, and it might get rubbed out. Such a shame. Off the bar as well. Oh. TS says, I take back my refund request. Mate, you might be wanting it back. I think he's offside. Such a shame. Such a good goal. It looks off, says hello. I hate it. But look, it's the rules, isn't it? It's the rules, but I hate it because it's such a good goal. I hate to see a good goal scored and then get ruled out. Unlucky. It's not been ruled out yet. Austrian Gruhl, of course. Well, maybe not, of course. Given! He's onside. Get in. Get in. It looked off. It did look off. But it's on. Well, there you go. You've got probably Bundesliga goal of the week contender. It still looks off. I tell you what, if that happened against United tomorrow, I'd be going mad saying, it's off. He looks off. You know why he's on? It's the camera angle. We're looking at the game on the slant. Probably get about 6 goals now. Stevie says he's way offside. He did look offside, but he only had a 3% probability of scoring that goal. Oh, it's just, look, if I was on the VAR, I'd have said, okay, he's a yard offside, but we're giving it. But this is what I mean about, we have to be very aware as fans of perspectives. And the line will be right. It's a competitive league. If Werder Bremen can get through this next 15 minutes, they will actually go above Union Berlin on 11 points. Look at this finish. Such a good goal. Keeper's not getting anywhere near that, is he? Geldman says, I think we'll see Union Berlin quickly bounce back. Oh, ref. How's he not given that? Oliver Burke looks the most dangerous player on the pitch for Union Berlin at the moment. Ants has been quite quiet. United are winning tomorrow. But it's going to make it be a good last 15 minutes now. Union Berlin have got to push forward. This is why you need a goal earlier in a game. Because this game will change now in the last 15 minutes. Oh, he's definitely onside. Definitely onside. It just looks offside. Tell you what I like about these games as well. Early finish. Well, let me just give you a little bit of an update of what's going on around Europe. Can you say hi to Lisa? She doesn't like football, but recognises one of the players from Towie. Jake Klopp. Really? Which players from Towie? Oh, it's got to be Oliver Burke with that haircut. Anyway, shout out to Lisa. Good defending again. I'll go for a goal kick. Yeah, we've got oh God, what have I just done there? Augsburg Stadium's quite nice, actually. This is one. Capacity of Augsburg Stadium, the WWK Arena, is 30,000. The stadium can be expanded to accommodate up to 49,000 people in the future. We'll be there next week. Yeah, Leeds are 2-0 up at West Ham at half time. And AC Milan are 1-1 with Pizza. Somebody before did say they had AC Milan in a retainer, but they are drawing at the moment. Watch out for Werder Bremen on the break now. Randy says, in the 90s, Werder Bremen was a top side. Another substitution for Union Berlin. I didn't see who came on. The Haag says, have a flight over to Bremen, match City and amazing fans, and the stadium is beautiful. I nearly did go to this game. It just didn't work, but I nearly did, yeah. Kevo's just got back from training, very rainy. Yeah, I like this time of year when it's not rainy. I like the autumn leaves and the, you know, clocks go back tomorrow night. I saw somebody moaning about that the other day, saying we should stop doing it now. Do they not realise if the clocks don't go back, it would be dark at 9 o'clock in the morning? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm glad we put the clocks back. I'd rather it got dark at like 4:30, 4 o'clock than be dark at 9 o'clock in the morning. That'd be depressing. I think this is Mbangala's down here at the moment. That's an interesting stat, isn't it? This season, Bremen's ball recovery time has been 16 seconds, but today it's 11. I remember in my early days, I used to work as an apprentice fabricator, which basically is cutting metal and welding it together. And I used to start at 8 and finish at 5. And from about now until February, you go to work in the dark and you come home in the dark. How would United do in the Bundesliga this season, says NAU? I've been asked this a few times. I think United would be in the top 4. Lovely flick by Boniface. Can they get back into this? Crowd deserves a goal. I haven't seen the Berlin fans. I've been too busy looking at the chat. But this is obviously in Bremen. I presume they're down. I don't know where they are. They're not in that corner. Good take by Roth. He's well overhit that. Well overhit that. Are you going to do any EFL Cup watch-alongs on Tuesday and Wednesday night, Mark, says Sam? I don't know. I haven't looked at them. I wasn't planning on it. I mean, I like to do the Champions League, but I haven't looked at any Carabao Cup. The thing is, though, even a game that might look decent in the Carabao Cup could be rubbish because they won't... I mean, Tuesday night games are rubbish. Grimsby, Brentford, Wycombe, Fulham, and Wrexham, Cardiff. No. Wednesday night, Arsenal, Brighton, Liverpool, Palace, Man City, Swansea, Wolves, Chelsea, Newcastle, Tottenham. I mean, I'll probably just do a combined one on Wednesday night because you might catch one of them decent. Like Arsenal, Brighton, Liverpool, Palace, or Newcastle, Tottenham might be decent. So I'd probably do one Wednesday night, yeah. I'm not doing the Tuesday night. Cross into the box for Union. Keepers. What's the story with this keeper then for Werder Bremen? Because he hasn't been the keeper all season, has he? Nagata. He's only 21. Union fans are on the left side of the stadium corner, so that's probably why we haven't seen it, Matthew. You can hear them a lot. Mr. Alschmara says that Werder Bremen last won the league in 2004 when Arsenal did. Well, they're not winning it this year. He's the youth keeper who's been promoted after they sold their starter, says WJ. Thank you very much for informing us. Don't forget, next Friday night, live Dortmund for the first time. I'm surprised it took us this long to have a Dortmund game on a Friday night. I mean, we've had Bayern Munich twice. But it's Dortmund. They haven't released the Bundesliga fixtures for December yet. Well, they haven't done the Boxing Day fixtures in the Prem yet either, have they? Which I think is disgraceful. When are they going to do that? Oh, that's gone. That's gone. Extra hour in the pub celebrating United wins. Alan Noonan. Oh, I hope so, Alan. I hope so. Be nice to have another week like this week, wouldn't it? It's flown by. It's been positive. Good play by Answer, but Bremen getting the numbers back now. Only 5 minutes to go. Just can't get. They had a lot of corners, Union, but since it's gone to 1-0. Yeah, good observation, Stevie. Bremen have been much quicker to the ball. I wonder if this could be a little bit of a starter for Bremen now. They've had a bit of a strange start to the season, but they're a good side. They've got a good mixture of experience and youth. And with Boniface in the team as well, they've got a certified goal scorer. Next week, they're playing Mainz away, who are in the bottom 3. Then they've got Wolfsburg at home, Leipzig away, and Cologne at home. So it could be the start of a bit of a run for them. New manager. I think they're going to get the job done. Will you be off to the pub if Man United win tomorrow? I'm doing Brentford-Liverpool tomorrow night. I might have a glass of red. I'm running out of time, Union Berlin. Just knocking it around the back. Werder Bremen well set up. I think they deserve it tonight, Bremen. Bex, which is apparently from Bremen. It works. They're both green. It's a lovely ball by Roth. He's done well since he came on. Switch it right. Switch it right. Went for the shot. A glass if they win, a bottle if they lose. That Lyon game, I think I nearly did do a bottle. That's probably one of the best watch-alongs I've ever done. And it all counted for nothing. Bremen player down injured here now. Yeah, he's coming off there. Is that what's his name? Sugawara. Yeah. Doesn't look very happy. Looks like a groin. Yeah, I think United will win tomorrow. I mean, look, two very inconsistent teams. You never know what you're going to get. Can you imagine Amrim getting 3 wins in a row? Says G. I don't. Obviously, I'd take a draw over a loss, but I never even thought about a draw. Oh, the goal was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic goal tonight. That'll be in the highlights. We do the highlights show every Thursday of the week, all the goals from the Bundesliga, and I'd be stunned. Well, we'd be very lucky if that's not in the top 5 contenders for the week, because it was a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant goal. I've just retweeted it on my Twitter if you want to watch it. What am I? Who am I? I think, what am I on Twitter? I don't even know what I'm called on Twitter. X. Oh, I am at Mark Goldbridge. I did well there. Well done. England, Australia at Wembley in rugby tomorrow. I haven't really watched rugby for a while. Anyway, 7 minutes added on here. That's a lot for a Bundesliga game. Cross comes in, goal kick. Yeah, I agree with you, Mohammed. I think the set pieces, especially from Union, have been really poor. They've had plenty of chances. Leeds are still 2-0, yeah. Preston were 2-1 down to Sheffield United. They've turned it around. They're 3-2 up now. If Leeds win, which hopefully they will, that's a good start for me on win, lose or draw. I need to get some bloody points back. Good defending there. That looked like it was going to be a good ball. Answer trying to do it all from deep. Goes out for a throw in. He's had a bad game tonight, Ilias Answer. Werder Bremen have just wanted it more. Stevie says, thanks so much for the game. Oh, mate, thanks to all of you. I say it every week. I mean, to be sitting here on a Friday night with live match football on a YouTube channel is just pinch me. You know, it's an amazing achievement, and it's from all you lot. So well done. Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday are going down, aren't they? It's a shame, Sheffield Wednesday. They've had a points deduction, haven't they? You know, when I think of Sheffield Wednesday, I think of John Sheridan, Chris Waddle, Trevor Francis, Des Walker, you know, Paul Warhurst. They got to 2 cup finals in 93, 94. And now look at them. You know, the younger generation will quite rightly think that Sheffield United are the biggest club in Sheffield. But for me, it was always Sheffield Wednesday. This could be a goal. It should be a goal. Keeper does well. It's going end to end now. 3.5 minutes to go of stoppage time. Bad ownership, I'm afraid, says M. Marutro. I genuinely thought Sheffield Wednesday would be one of those teams that came back, but Tony says, I've got no sympathy for them. They were all at our ground, Derby, singing and celebrating when we were in the same situation. If the F1 goes to a title decider, would you do a watch along? Good idea, Kevo. Only a couple of minutes, well, 2.5 minutes to go now. Bernie and Berlin are going to do something. It needs to happen. They've stuck Duque up front. He's into the box there. It's going to be another corner. Thank you for the entertainment, Mark. Legends, says City Swinger. Thank you very much, pal, for being part of it. Have you ever liked F1? Yeah, I've used to do watch-alongs for it. I used to watch it as a kid. I just find it when it's bought. There they are, Union Berlin fans. Look, right behind there. Not really had much of a look at them. The keeper's come up. It's a good cross. It's gone wide. Only a minute and a half to go. Yeah, the guy directing with megaphone, a lot of them have that. I mean, how far is it from Berlin to Bremen? There's a lot of fans there. It's 4.5 hours in a car. I mean, Bremen's virtually on the edge of the Netherlands and Berlin's on the other side near Poland. So it's probably the equivalent of it was 2 hours and 48 minutes on a train. One last attack, maybe. Into the box he goes. Cross comes in. And this is really going to be it now for Berlin. Big launch of a throw from Roth. And that's it. He's blown the whistle. He's blown it early. How can you add 7 minutes and blow it on 6:57? Oh no, he hasn't blown it yet. I was going to say, you literally can't do that. It will be over though. He's offside. That's why. I was going to say. Well, I don't think they'll be long enough for Berlin to do anything from here. Union Berlin, sorry. There are other clubs in Berlin. Well up by Koulibaly. Got to go. He's got to go. Roth. He's got to put that into the box. It's a lovely ball. He can't keep it in. Blow your whistle, ref. And that is the final whistle. And it's a big win for Bremen. They go above Union Berlin. They deserved it tonight. They deserved it tonight. Another team to maybe add to your list of teams that you might like, but they did deserve it tonight. It was a lovely goal by Gruhl. And you can't really have any complaints about that. Who are you supporting in the F1 this year, says Bud? Anyone but Verstappen. I don't like Verstappen. Cheated against Hamilton, didn't he? And then, you know, it wasn't my fault. It was the rules. Bollocks. You knew exactly what you were doing. You could have said, morally, it's not right that I win that, but still celebrated. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in, as always. Really enjoying these on a Friday night. Remember, we've got Dortmund next week, so make sure you get that ready for next week. But a good win for Bremen. And we'll have the highlights of all the goals, as usual, on That's Football next week, probably next Thursday. So make sure you're getting involved in that. Take care, everyone. And I will speak to you on the next one. Thank you very much. And thanks, everybody, on the watch along. Appreciate you, as always. Thanks, everyone, for being part of it. And don't forget, tomorrow, we're starting off with Man United against Brighton. Then we're back on here for Brentford against Liverpool. Have a great evening, day, whatever you're doing. And I'll speak to you all in a bit.